come inside and check low. Relax yourself and let the sugar love flow.
Hey guys, welcome to the Command Lounge. We're less than a week away from the Oath of the Gatewatch pre-release, and I know a lot of you guys are excited. I am, because a lot of people that are avid, they always go to the pre-releases. We wait 3 months for this, so it's about time. We wait a long time to play in these pre-releases, but yeah. And if you guys don't usually go, if you've never gone to the pre-release, honestly, you should just go. Like, it's a great experience. You go out there, you meet new people, play face to face. Like if you're used to playing on MTGO, it's great. It's convenient playing on MTGO, but it's not compared. You can't compare it to playing face to face. Talking to people, trading with people. I know you can trade on MTGO, but just conversating with people more and everything. It's nice to just get out there and actually play with people. And usually a lot of you guys, if you guys haven't been in a pre-release, you guys don't usually go to like a local game store, and they're just amazing places to go if you got free time. I love going to my local game store every chance I get. But yeah, now that I said that, going into Oath of the Gatewatch pre-release, excited. The setup for this sealed event, you're gonna be getting 4 packs of Oath of the Gatewatch and 2 packs of Battle for Zendikar. And the weird thing is, I love all the cards in this new set. Like, it seems like there's a lot of value in it. It seems like you're going to have a lot of fun limited play with it, and drafting's going to be a ball. You love getting that other side of the blocks draft, so then it all comes together and you can start drafting crazy decks. So it seems good, but it's weird though, because it seems like in a sealed standpoint of looking at it, it almost feels like you wanted these cards in the last set in battle, and you wanted battle cards in this set, because it feels like the synergies that you have with certain archetypes in this block, it seems like the bomby synergies are more heavily relied on Battle for Zendikar cards, and we only get 2 packs of that. So I feel like you're still going to build really good synergies, like with allies and other stuff like Lifelink and Eldrazi Ramp and stuff. You're still going to be able to do that, but I feel like this sealed event is going to be, you're going to be really looking into just getting value cards, just cards that pack a lot of value for its cost. I feel like that's going to be the biggest thing. And then yes, you're going to be looking for good synergies to make the deck go, because the last set, it heavily relied on synergy in draft and in sealed, and this one I feel like it's a little more of just hoping to get those good value cards and then being like, do we have a good synergy going? So that's what I think of that. Even though now we have new synergies, we have the new mechanic support, which is basically whatever the number support is, you put that many 1/1 counters on up to each amount of creatures. Like, you can't stack it all on one creature. So, and then we have cohort, which is, a lot of people were underwhelmed by cohort, but with all like the allied token producers and stuff, I think it's amazing. And cohort is when you tap the initial cohort creature down, then you tap down an ally creature, and then an ability happens from it. And I really think that that's actually going to be really good, even an aggressive build where you don't really want to tap your creatures down. I think the synergy is going to be pretty good. And the last one's Surge. Really, Surge, late game, it'll be a thing, but I feel like it's more just two-headed giant to get the most value out of Surge cards. I'm really not worried about seeing too many Surge cards in the set unless they're really, really bomby or something like that, or they're very flexible and stuff like that. I'm fine with using it early or late. So yeah, that's what I think about that. Now we're going to go into the archetypes. These are the archetypes that I kind of see that you can build from this sealed setup of 4 Oaths and 2 Battle for Zendikars. And the first one is Boros Allies. It's really going to be like cohorting support and hopefully rallying. If you can get some of those bomby rally cards, you're set, because there's a lot of token producing allies in this set, and there's a couple in Battle for Zendikar, so you're really going to hope for that in your Battle for Zendikar. So it's basically like a synergistic aggro deck. So next we've got Gruul Ramp / Ramp Landfall, which is going to be more of like a mid-rangey build, but it's going to be fun. It's my favorite color combination. I hope to play it, but I'm fine with playing anything right now. It all seems fun. The next archetype I put down is Rakdos Eldrazi Aggro, and the reason why I say that is that there's a lot of Eldrazi cards that say, like, whenever a colorless creature enters the battlefield, this happens, And all these little Eldrazi, there's a bunch of them that say it. Like, it's crazy. And in the black-red, you can get a good couple of them that really kind of hurt your opponent. And once you start spitting out all these little aggressive Eldrazi creatures. So that's what I got for Rakdos. And then we have Orzhov. You can either build it aggro or kind of more like a mid-rangey life gain synergy deck. I mean, once again, the life gain, you're going to have to rely more on the Battle for Zendikar packs for the real bomby synergies for it, but it's still pretty good. Then we have Simic. I just put mid-range. Simic almost feels like it's lost in the identity in the past two sets. It just seems like kind of like rampy, maybe like a rampy kind of tempo deck or something. Ramp out quick, put out something big, and then kind of get all your permission and stuff. So I guess that's what it could be. Golgari is the same way with me. I just put mid-range also. I really didn't know what to really put. But with Izzet's nice because you can do tempo. You can get something fast out, do some attacking, and then kind of, with your permission and removal, kind of do what you need to do. Or you could do it with Surge aggro, which would be more along the lines of a two-headed giant game. But I more look for just a good tempo strategy. So yeah, and then we have Selesnya. You're going to be cohort and you're going to be supporting. You're going to want to go wide with allies. It seems great. It seems like a good idea. So that's what I think of Selesnya. Azorius, I think flying tempo is a good strategy. Get out early flyer, then answer everything. Or awaken synergies. There's a lot. There's cards that actually don't say awaken in this set, but they do. There's like creatures that actually awaken in response to like an ability or something, or them dying or something like that. So you'll see a couple of the cards in a second. But I think that's really cool, like the Awaken. I love the Awaken mechanic. I mean, it's a little risky, but I think in a game like Sealed, with you get a lot of lands, usually the game's going long anyways, it seems solid. So yeah, and now we have Dimir. I don't really like that color. I mean, you could be aggressive with it. You can do like a tempo strategy with it. You can try to do ingest processor. It's going to be tough because you don't have much, ingesting enablers in this new set. I think there's like one. So you're going to really hope to open them in Battle for Zendikar. I'm just not really into that. I really hope I don't get good colors in blue. Well, I mean, at the same time, blue and black is blue cards. They have some fast flying creatures that come out, and black's got great removal. So, I mean, that combination right there is not bad. If you just get the ingest processor synergy with it, then you'll be great. But now we go into 3 color combinations that you could build. Because a lot of times with Sealed, you get in a funky spot. I know I got in it last time, where you want to go like 2 colors because it's more, when you build a deck with 2 colors, it's more consistent. But it is sometimes you don't even have enough cards to fill it out, and you get frustrated and you're looking at the other colors and seeing what you can do, or you're seeing if you can build a 3-color deck. So if you're in a spot where you can build a 3-color deck, these are the spots I'd like to be in, and that's first one's Grixis. It's going to be a lot like just the Rakdos strategy. It's going to be just little Eldrazi aggro, kind of crazy synergy that they have with each other, which whenever a colorless creature comes in, it gets this and this and this and this, and that it just gets crazy if you go wide with those little Eldrazi creatures. So I like that, and I like Naya allies again. You're going to have to get a little help from Battle for Zendikar, but when you're going wide, you really want that green to support. Like, the support gets crazy in green. And then you also have that one bomb in, I forgot what it was, Battle for Zendikar, that basically, like, overruns everybody or something like that. It's just really good. And then another thing, you have to get crazy, crazy, crazy lucky for this, especially in Sealed. But you could go mono green Eldrazi ramp, which is nice, which you want to go more on the colorless, have a lot of colorless route than just good ramp cards. And then, when I mean ramp cards, I mean like cards that just make scions, because that's ramp right there. I mean, you give them all up for just something crazy big that's hard to answer and stuff. It's just great. So yeah, those are the archetypes that I thought, would be pretty good for this pre-release. If you find the opportunity to build it, build it. I think they'll compete pretty well. So now we're going to the cards I like for the pre-release. I only got 2 rares, because usually a lot of times when you're building Sealed or Draft, your deck's going to mainly be good because of your commons and uncommons. But I do have 2 rare cards that I want to share with you. And the first one is Reality Smasher. He's 5 colorless for a 5/5 trampling haste. Whenever Reality Smasher becomes the target of a spell an opponent controls, counter that spell unless its controller discards a card. This card is fantastic. It is, it's going in every single deck you build. It doesn't matter what you're building. If you open this as a rare, it gets slammed in, and it's a great aggressive card. And I also like it because for people to answer it, they have to give up a resource. So it's almost like 2-for-1ing them. I really love this card. It's going to do work in draft. And, well, it's going to do work in just limited. It might even do work. I would imagine it's going to do work in standard, but we'll see. So the next card I'm going to get into is Spatial Contortion. And it's just 2 colorless. Target creature gets +3/-3 until end of turn. This is the best removal in the set. And the only reason why it's the best removal in the set is because it's colorless, because it goes in every single deck. If you open this, no matter what, it's going to be the first card that goes in your deck. It's just ridiculously good. I forgot what it was called. I think it's called Nameless Inversion or something like that. But it's this card, except it's colorless. And that card did work in Limited. So next card is Allied Reinforcements. White and 3 colorless. Put 2/2/2 white knight allied creature tokens onto the battlefield. This card's going to do work because it's going to help you cohort easier. And it's also going to be great if you have those rally creatures for Battle for Zendikar, so you can just synergize like crazy. And it's also good to go wide and support in the future. So it's going to be one of those cards that you're definitely going to be slamming into your decks when you build. Alright, so next card is Immolating Glare. 1 colorless, 1 colorless, 1 white. Destroy target attacking creatures in the sealed. Everybody, creatures attack you. You want to destroy them. Just don't do it too early unless you're really up against it, because there's going to be bigger things coming, or hopefully you get a bunch of them, because that'd be amazing. So next card is Isolation Zone. 2 white and 2 colorless. When Isolation Zone enters the battlefield, exile target creature, enchantment, and opponent controls until Isolation Zone leaves the battlefield. It's not a Oblivion Ring. It's still an amazing card. It's still great removal. So yeah, that's why I like it. Next card, Core Sky Climber. This card's amazing. It's 1 white and 2 colorless for a 3/2, and you can pay a white and colorless to give her flying. This is really important. It's going to go in your allies deck, and it's going to go in your white-black deck. It's a great mana sink. It's a crazy card. It's gonna start out being pretty aggressive, or if your opponent's being aggressive, it's gonna get there in the skies later on in the game. I really like these kinds of cards. Then next we have Make a Stand, which is 1 white and 2 colorless. Creatures you control get 1/0 and gain indestructible until end of turn. This is awesome. You can play this offensively and defensively. It's a great card. You can win games with this. You can just mess up combat. It's a combat trick. It messes up the math and everything. It's just fantastic while keeping your creatures alive. It's great. And next we have Step Glider, which is 1 white and 4 colors for 2/4 flying vigilance. You can also pay 1 white and 1 colors to give target creature with a 1/1 counter on it, flying and vigilance until end of turn. Guys, this lets you take your awakened creatures and take them up in the air. It's awesome. Like, I know there's another card that does that, but what's really cool about this is that it gives it vigilance also, so you can attack with it, then you can tap it down to use for mana. I love Step Glider. It's a great card. You open it, you play it. You need to play this card. Next is Wall of Resurgence. 1 white, 2 colors for a 0/6 defender. But when it enters the battlefield, you may put 3/1/1 counters on target land you control. If you do, that land becomes a 0/0 elemental. It's a wall that awakens. It's awesome. You get 2 creatures for the price of 1. It's what you want. Like, it's very valued. I love that. I love this card. So next card I like is Containment Membrane. 1 blue, 2 colorless. You can search for 1 enchant creature. Enchant creature doesn't attack during its controller's untap step. Blue never really has fantastic removal, but this is like your pseudo removal in blue, so you want to run it if you're playing blue. Next we got Cyclone Sire, which is a colorless and 4 colorless and 1 blue for a 3/4 flyer. And when this guy dies, you may put 3/1/1 counters on target land. It becomes 0/0 elemental. It dies. It kind of replaces itself. So it awakens a land once it dies, which is pretty cool. I really like this card. I think it's going to do work in Limited also. Next is Gravity Negator. 1 blue, 3 colorless, 2/3 devoid flying. Whenever Gravity Negator attacks, you may pay a colorless. If you do, another target creature gains flying until end of turn. It's always great to just, especially if you're going the aggressive route and you're not running too many flyers, you could just use this to just enable more flying creatures to just bash it in the air. So I love this card. Next is Oblivion Strike. 1 black and 3 colorless. Exile target creature. I mean, this is probably, if you're playing black, this is probably going to be like the first card you put in, because you'll probably open a good amount of these because it's in common. You're going to be seeing a lot of it. It's, even though it's sorcery speed in limited, this is a card. Especially exiling is great. Exiling is good because you can synergize with processor cards, so that's a plus. So next we got Sky Scour, and it's 1 black, 1 colorless for a 1/2 flying. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, Sky Scour gets +1/+0 until end of turn. That's awesome. This is going to be in that Rakdos strategy where you want to go really fast and do all kinds of colorless synergies, and this will do that. Next is Visions of Brutality. I really like this card. It's 1 black, 1 colorless. It's an enchantment aura. Enchant creature can't block. Okay, so now we're going to be even more aggressive because this creature can't block. Okay, well, what if it's a big fatty and it's just attacking in? Well, whenever he attacks, he's going to lose that much damage. So not only am I going to take like 5 damage, you're going to take 5 damage. So it's real good in aggressive strategy, because not only do you, make it also your creatures have pseudo evasions because they can get around that one big creature, but also when that creature Hulk smashes in, he's Hulk smashing himself too. It's just great for an aggressive strategy. Love the card. Next is Grasp of Darkness. This is a reprint, 2 black. Target creature gets -4/-4 until end of turn. Maybe the second best removal in the set. It's just really good. I mean, Grasp of Darkness was good back then. It's great now. I'm actually surprised. I didn't think I'd see this card for a long time for some reason. I just feel like for 2 mana, I know it's black. It's color intensive, but I didn't think I'd be seeing -4/-4 for 2 for a while. But I was wrong. Next, Reality Hemorrhage. 1 red, 1 colorless. Reality Hemorrhage deals 2 damage to target creature or player. It's an expensive shock. I love red, and seeing this card makes me sad. So, it's our removal, so we're going to use it. Next is Devour in Flames. A little better. 1 red, 2 colorless. As additional cost to cast Devour of Flames, return a land you control to its owner's hand. Devour of Flames deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker. No, it doesn't go to the face. That'd be way too good. But it's going to definitely kill the creature, I think. A lot of people are going to look at it and be like, hey, but you're returning a land to your hand. That's slowing you down. Well, in red and green, this is going to be your removal that you want, because it's going to enable landfall, and that's why you like this card. So next is Netcaster Spider. I believe this is a reprint, because I believe the last time I saw this, I was like, oh my god, this card's broken for limited. Like, it's really, really, really good for limited. It's an auto. You're just slamming this in your deck if you're playing green. And it costs 1 green, 2 colors for a 2/3 reach creature. Whenever Netcaster Spider blocks a creature with flying, Netcaster Spider gets +2/+0 until end of turn. So for 3 mana, it's a 4/3 blocking the skies. That's insane. That's really, 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 really good in green. Next card we have that I like is, this may be like one of my favorite cards for some reason. It's really weird, and it's Tajuro Path Warden. It's a green 4 colorless for a 5/4 Vigilance Trampling Elf Warrior ally. Yes, it's 5 mana for a 5/4. Not impressive, to say the least, but Vigilance and Trample's nuts. Being able to attack with it and then block with it the next turn is really, really, really good. I was actually kind of surprised to see this card. This is like that single value card that you're going to see and you're going to go, this auto include. Like, I really love this card. I think it's a great card. For sealed, of course. Next card, Flare Drone. It's Rakdos and 1 colorless for a 3/1 first striker. And whenever another colorless creature enters the battlefield under your control, target opponent loses 1 life. If you want to go the Rakdos strategy, this is the card that you hope to open for the Eldrazi, crazy Eldrazi aggro. Because this card is devastating in that deck. It's a great card. It's aggressive, first strike and 3/1. Oh my god. And just the colorless, it's great. Next we have Cliffhaven Vampire. It's Orzhov, 2 colors for a 2/4 flying vampire ally. And whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. Not only is this going to be great in Commander, but it's also going to be great here because, I mean, even though The life gain's not going to be crazy important with only 2 Battle for Zendikar packs, because there's more bomby creatures and stuff that synergize better with life gain. But, I mean, this is going to be one of those cards that are kind of going to tempo the other player out. I mean, and the creature itself is just great for 4 for a 2/4 flying with this ability. It's really good. So next card is Reflector Mage. He's Orzhov, 1 colorless, 2/3. This card is like it's essentially removal. When he enters the battlefield, he returns target creature to its owner's hand, but the creature's owner can't cast that spell until they're not that turn, but the turn after next. So it kind of time walks you, you know. I mean, it doesn't let you play that. You don't have to worry about seeing that crazy creature the next turn, and it'll give you time to hopefully get like a counter spell or removal to answer it. I love the card. The card's amazing. And next card is Storm Chaser Mage. It's Izzet colors, 1/3 flying, haste, prowess. I mean, this card has implications for maybe being in Modern and Legacy maybe. The card's great. It's really, really good. I mean, it's exactly in the colors that it wants to be in. Even though usually 1/3 flyers aren't good for red and blue. I mean, for only 2 mana, this is really good just because of prowess. It's insane, and it's hasty, which is nuts. So yeah, love that card. And last one is the last rare, and that's Captain's Claws. Even if you're not playing allies, if I open this, I'm just probably putting this in any deck I build, just because going wide is great, and especially in like any type of limited format, going wide's always a good strategy. You know, it's 2 mana. You pay 1 to equip. Equip creature gets +1/+0. Whenever equipped creature attacks, put a 1/1 white core ally creature token onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. Like, just be able to do that every turn can kind of mess with the math of blocking and stuff. Being able to, because you'll be playing more stuff and always be like, I'm gonna be getting a 1/1 token every time too. I really like this card. So yeah, now we're gonna go into how to prepare for the pre-release. And with me, I make sure I eat a good breakfast because it's a long day. You're playing for like maybe 6 or 7 hours, something like that, and that's not even putting into account if you're playing Commander before and after or either one. So yeah, make sure you eat good food, get good sleep, and then make sure to come in early to see if there's any Commander games going on, because that's, if you guys love Commander, what's better than playing Magic before playing Magic? It's fantastic. It's win-win. So next, bring paper and pen, or if you have a good iPhone or a good phone that you can do life totals on, do that. I think it's always important to keep track of the life totals just in case, so you don't have to worry about calling like a judge over or something like that. So you can do that. Next, bring your trade binders. Don't bring your whole collection. Bring what you're ready to let go of, and just go from there. And then next, you want to bring sleeves to protect the money cards, especially in this set. There seems like there's a lot of cards that are definitely hinted towards being played in Eternal formats, so definitely make sure to keep track of that and protect your cards. Next, if you guys don't have a food place around there to buy food and drinks, make sure to bring them, because once again, it's like a 6 to 8 hour day depending. So yeah, I hope this helps you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed these tips for this upcoming pre-release. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I missed a certain type of archetype that you can build for sealed. So yeah, just let me know what you guys think of this video. Hopefully it helped you guys. So yeah, like, favorite, and subscribe, and take it easy, guys. Bobble.